Now we move on to the next information gathering technique, which is something known as reverse DNS lookups. So what exactly are reverse DNS lookups and how can they be used to carry out information gathering? Network reconnaissance, reverse DNS lookups. Now reverse DNS lookups are basically the exact opposite of something known as DNS lookups or domain name server lookups. So what exactly are DNS lookups? Now DNS lookups are actually carried out each time you use your browser. Now each time you start your browser and type in a domain name or a URL in the space provided, then essentially what is happening is your browser is performing a DNS query wherein the browser contacts the DNS server of your ISP or any other DNS server that you configured manually into the browser, and the browser tries to convert the domain name or the URL that you just entered into its respective IP address. So the conversion of a domain name or a URL into its respective IP address is known as domain name server lookup or DNS lookup or DNS query. Now a reverse DNS lookup or a reverse DNS query is basically the exact opposite. So a reverse DNS lookup is the conversion of an IP address into its respective domain name server or its respective URL. So NS lookup is basically a Unix based tool which performs reverse DNS lookups for you. Using NS lookup, if you are running a Unix system, it is actually possible for you to convert the IP address that you just entered into its respective host name. So let me give you an example which will make you realize how it is possible to convert an IP address into its respective domain name using NS lookup. Now as you can see on your screen, the output displayed is how the NS lookup tool actually works. All you got to do is go to the bash shell prompt on a Unix system and type the command nslookup followed by any IP address on which you want to perform the query. So in this case, I'm going to type in an IP address which is 203.94.243.71, press enter, and automatically the respective host name or automatically the respective URL of that particular IP address gets displayed on the screen. So using an NS lookup is extremely easy and you don't need any third-party tools, you don't need any download that you need to perform. All you got to do is start Unix bash shell and start using this particular software. However, for those of you who use a Windows system, I like to give a small demonstration which shows you how NS lookup queries can be performed.